Hi, this is Barry, and we're going to be talking about the optimum charge weight for the Hornady 40 grain VMAX and the testing results for that. We did 3 rounds of testing. We did 2 at 100 yards and 1 at 300 yards. So we're going to be just a quick review of the OCW method if you haven't watched some of the previous videos. It is a method to determine the powder load, the best powder load for any given bullet in any given gun. And we do that through a series of tests, all at 100 yards. Basically, we're shooting 3 bullets into multiple targets, usually at least 5 to 7, maybe as many as 10 targets, with somewhere between 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 grains variation of the powder load between targets. We then analyze those results for our first round of testing. That hones us in, that gives us an idea of where our best charge is. We do another test, round 2 test, which is a sub-test of the first test. And then from that test, we determine the best powder load for a gun. And then we verify it at 100 yards and again at 300 yards. So let's get on with the data. Okay, so here we are. I've got my data for the 40 grain Hornady VMAX for my round 1 testing. And we started out at, we did 6 different targets, starting out at 35.3, going to 39 grains. And again, we go in succession, so this would be target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we do 1 bullet in each target, and then we go backwards. We go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then repeat this back to 6 for all 3 shots into each of the targets. Then we take that data and we plot it out, and I use Ballistic app to do this. So to make this as short as possible and get right to the point, we plot out these graphs, and our y-axis is units of MOA. So we're talking plus 4.4 units MOA, minus 4 units MOA, and on the vertical. And then the same thing on the horizontal. We've got 0.2 to minus 0.2. So these are relatively small units for an MOA. But what we're looking for is any 2 targets where there's very little change between the 2. And we can see here on the horizontal, that's between target 3 and target 4. And on the vertical, target 3 and target 4 is also a good choice. So we're going to hone in on those powder ranges, which is 36.7 to 37.5. And then our second test is going to start at 36.7 and go to 73.3. And we're going to do 4 targets on it. So here are the targets that we did, the 4 targets for the 100 yards in our round 2 of testing. And you can see that we got some fairly nice patterns here. Not really sure what happened on 4, but it is what it is. And we're going to use that data. We look at, again, plotting it out. And you can see here that between 2 and 3, it is a little shift right in here. So we want to be somewhere in this 2 and 3 range. But really, from a horizontal perspective, it's pretty rock solid. So it really wouldn't matter where we go with the powder load. We want to make sure that we just pick the right one for the vertical. So the right one for the vertical, again, appears to be between target 2 and target 3. Target 2 is 36.9 and target 3 is 37.1. So we came up with a optimum charge weight of 37 grains. So test it at 100 yards. And we can see here the group width is under 1 MOA on the width and a little bit over 1 MOA on the height. We then did it at 300 yards, and we lost a little bit on the width. We got 1.62 and 1.0 on at 300 yards. So that's the data that we got. I think 37 grains for this bullet is about as good as we're going to get in the setup that we've got with the gun that we've got, and it's pretty happy. You should be able to kill quite a few groundhogs with this baby. Thanks. The next video will be the Hornady 52 grain AMAX, which should give us some of the best results we've had so far.